The question going into the game today between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings was, could the Patriots bounce back? Could they rebound from the loss last week in Miami? Well, that was a resounding yes, because the Patriots played a good game. They kept it all on the field, but here's the thing. The Patriots also capitalized on a lot of the blunders in the mistakes that Minnesota kept on doing throughout this entire game. I mean, I'm telling you right now, the strategy was not there. They were off. I think the Minnesota Vikings were out to lunch, but you got to give it to the Patriots. They bounced back in a big way. You know, they put forth an overwhelming performance, a dominating performance. You know, after you're getting all those interceptions and touchdowns, it adds up over time, and the Minnesota Vikings were in a fight. Now, I'll admit, during the beginning of this football game, it looked like the Vikings had things under control because, I mean, as soon as it started, I'm talking as soon as it started, it looked like the momentum was in this way, but there would be a huge momentum swifter as it was all said and done, and once the Patriots were going, you could not stop them. They were dominant. Now, last week, I think you could make a point that they got their ass kicked. You know, there were things that weren't set in place. They were all over the place. You know, the rhythm wasn't there, but the rhythm was definitely there this week. Now, I'm not the biggest football player, and I'm not going to come on here and act like I know everything about football, but, you know, there were some highlights. There were some good things that happened. I mean, for the most part, the fans, they were definitely dead. You know, they were hot. They were red hot. They were boisterous. They were loud when this game first started. But as the second quarter came in and after that, here's my worry, though. Here was my concern. When the second quarter came, I was like, oh, maybe the Patriots are going to lose a step. Maybe they're going to, you know, get their butt kicked again. They'll get their butt handed to them. Because last week, what happened with Miami was the Patriots ended up on the losing end once the game restarted from the second. So this week, the Patriots definitely just kept that momentum going. They kept it, you know, where they needed to. They were, you know, right positioning. You know, everything was precise. Everything was good. Tom Brady was also on his game today. But you know what? It was a pretty good game. You know, the Patriots coming away with it. You know, the Vikings just could not keep up with that onslaught from the Patriots. You know, they made sure to, you know, persuade that clock to just keep going down, you know, ringing down. So, I mean, you know, it was what it was. And the Patriots just with a dominating performance. They needed this one to win. You know, a lot of people last week were counting out the Patriots. Oh, Brady sucks. All time for him to retire. Oh, they're not in the game anymore. You know, they've lost a step. They've took, you know, 2 steps back instead of 2 steps forward. Well, I think this week, you know, the Patriots once again, any doubters or critics or skeptics, the Patriots once again showing you that when the lights are on bright and that sky is lit up and the sun's glaring down, they can still come through, and you can never doubt the Patriots. And, you know, it could be a big year. It's a little too soon to tell, a little too early, but, hey, I'm impressed with what the Patriots did. Like I said, yeah, it could have been more of a competitive game had the other team, had the Minnesota Vikings not made all those mistakes and blunders, but the Patriots probably would have still come away with the victory anyhow. Once again, you know, hindsight's always 20/20, whatever you want to call it, but the Patriots, once again, doing what they had to do when it mattered most on that field. The New England Patriots just have to make sure that they keep the ball going and the ball moving in the next few weeks, because it's going to be very crucial to the development and where the Patriots are ultimately going to go when it's all said and done. But definitely a huge momentum booster for the Patriots moving ahead. Like this video, subscribe, your comments, your opinions. Did you think the Patriots were going to win? Were they favored? Did you think it was going to be an upset? Did you think the Patriots were going to slip up? Well, if you're talking about slipping up and going out to lunch, you got to talk about the Minnesota Vikings. Subscribe.